Today, we are going to make some grass. No, I'm not in Colorado, so it's not going to be that kind of grass. It's our techniques that are so simple and sensible, your mowers will practically build themselves.
Hello folks, it's Mad Dog Merv. Welcome to the Kit Hoarder Stash. Today, I have a tank. Now, I got to tell you the story real quick. When I first saw on Andy's Hobby headquarters that they were announcing this, my comment was, why do we need another one? Well, it turns out that Dragon is no longer producing it and will no longer be producing it henceforth and forever apparently. So I guess we do need another version of it, but since there's like one in existence, but this is the M28A1 A2 Super Assault Tank. Yeah, you've seen me review the two Dragon versions of this tank. Well, here is this version from Takom, and here's your parts breakdown. On the side, there's a lot of plastic here. And here are the possible camo schemes and decals for fictitious regiments and whatnot, because, well, the tank never went into mass production. It was originally designed to try and breach the Siegfried line. And by the time it entered trials, we were already through that part of the world, and World War II was coming to an end. So it did go through some trials. It was very underpowered, and 90-ton tank. Well, yeah, of course it's going to be too big to fit on most of the bridges over in Europe, and well, it ran through some trials. We'll just say that. It would have been really neat had they been able to produce it, and if they'd have been able to put it out sooner, but they did not. Oh, good Lord, I forgot that's the Takom kit. So we killed an entire plastic forest so that this kit could survive, and that's wonderful. So opening it up, fortunately it's one of these unfolded plastic things. We have the mantlet. Looks like we have a rack for something or other. Looks like some fuel tanks, definitely muzzle brakes, two different muzzle brakes there, and looks like some stowage items. It's a really neat tank. I built it with both the outer sponsons on and with them not on. And either way, it looks really cool. In the game World of Tanks, it's the T28 and the T90, as I recall. It's got two different versions of it. Again, one with the outer sponsons, one without. So here you go. Here's the outer ones. Back end of the tank. And in here, oh wow, at least we've got two sprues in here. Yay. Two of the same. And what we have here, I'll just show you one of them because they're duplicate. So we've got, it looks like your sprockets, some other suspension parts in here, some of the Pioneer tools, cupolas, hatches, just some miscellaneous parts, some extra track. There's two of those. This is sprue F. It looks like there's two of these. And this is your road wheels and your, yeah, the stuff the road wheels go to. Your suspension. So, return rollers, whatnot. Whole bunch of parts for that. There's actually there's four of these sprues. So yeah, a lot of wheels. And this is sprue F. Like I said, there's a bunch. Let's go to this one next. This one also has a mantlet in it. And another muzzle brake. It's like two different kinds of mantlets from what I can see there. And some other parts. The engine cover. There's only one of those sprued. This is sprue C. Sprue C. And on sprue C we have the upper hull, which looks good. I mean, looks like the one from Dragon, so you know it's good. Bottom part of the hull, skate rails here for the anti-aircraft machine gun. And then we have this one here. This is sprue A or V. I can't tell. A. Okay. You have a Ma Deuce here. Pioneer tools. A few vents. A few other things. Antenna mount. Looks like you have a jack of some sort. That's interesting. Anyway. That is sprue A. Now for the tracks, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eight of these, and this is sprue H. Looks like I'm going to need to invest in some Jack Daniels or something. 8 of these. This is your track. Well, there's a couple of days just building track. Not looking forward to that part. But they look pretty detailed, so and then here are the looks like the top of the sponson here, the side of the hull here. Oh, okay. So let me put these back, and then we've got a whole nother package here with some goodies in it. There, here. Okay. Get that out of the way. This has the destructions, the decals, the clear parts. Looks like some tow cable and a couple other things. So we have 2 aluminum barrels. Look at those beauties. 2 barrels that it comes with. Very, very nice. And the clear parts, which I'm not going to take out. The periscopes. Got some fine thread. Okay, so the thread and the looks like the tow cable. Oh, we have some photo etch. Very little, but I decided to throw some photo etch in there. It's like some light guards and horn guard, and I don't know what the straps are. We'll find out. And here's the decals. Very nice looking decal sheet. Bunch of different things there. So, all right. Put these in the box so we don't lose them. Now for the destructions. Very nice looking instruction manual. Talks a little bit about it, the program and whatnot. Gotta move this to a different spot. Okay. Talks about the 105mm gun. 500 horsepower Ford engine. Here's your parts breakdown. Ooh, look at it fully assembled. Isn't that cool looking? That does look really neat. With the spotlight on the front and the fuel cans on the back. And here's your outer tracks. So assembling the lower hull, getting your running your road wheels and whatnot all put together, which I remember doing that on the Dragon kit. It was pretty intense. Your return rollers, your bogies, and then building those tracks. Wow, oh wow, oh wow. But at least it comes with a it looks like an alignment gauge of some sort to help you align them. That's good. Putting things on the sponsons, the rear end of it, the rear end of the hull together. Your tow cable, and putting the upper hull together. Putting more stuff on the upper hull, putting your skate rails on for the Mod Deuce, and putting the hull on the top to the bottom together. Okay, now whatever this is, this must be for the gas cans, or the gas cans, I'm assuming. Okay, the fuel tanks. Put the Mod Deuce together, putting the engine cover on with the fuel tank mounts, and here's those fuel tanks. Building the gun, deciding on which mantlet to put on, putting the spotlight together, and then making your choice of muzzle brake and gun barrel, and now working on the outer tracks. And getting the stuff on those sponsons. Building the tracks for that. Holy smoke. Yeah, this is a project that's going to take you a while. Getting that mounted up. Building the other side, getting all the accoutrements on. Getting that mounted. Wow. That looks like you've got some stowage you can put on here. You've got your little crane for the removal of the side tracks. And then you can either mount it with the two track on the back there, or being towed or not. Just kind of depends on what you want to do. And then here's your paint schemes. and decal placement. And I think that's it. Yep, that's it. So there you go. Quite the intense build. From doing the Dragon kit twice, I can tell you, yeah, there's a lot to, especially the running gear on this. There's a lot to it, and the tracks, oh my goodness. Yeah, pack yourself a lunch because it's going to take you a while to build those tracks, but it does build into an absolutely amazing. It looks great here. I don't see much difference in the quality between this and the Dragon kit. That's why I said, why do we need another one? But Dragon's not doing theirs anymore, so that's why we need another one. This has a few extra parts that the Dragon kit didn't, which is nice. The Dragon kit did have 2 barrels as well, so, but this is going to be really neat looking. So highly recommend, if you want to do one of these weird things, do it, but it's going to take you a while. So thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you again next week on The Stash. Take care.